Here we are, driving the '06 current generation Corvette made by Chevrolet, more specifically the Z06. The most iconic American coupe ever made, that will ever be made. You know, people say, the Mustang, the Firebird, sure, those cars, they had their day. They had their time, when Detroit was a fully functioning city. That's not the case anymore. We're about the Corvette. You see it owned every year in the American Le Mans Series, that CompuWare bright yellow car. Can't mistake it for anything. Beating up all those Europeans. They just know what they're doing, and it all starts with this huge V8 7-liter. It accelerates 0 to 60 in less than 4 seconds, quarter mile in 12 seconds. I'm doing that like right now in 10 seconds, even up a hill. And you know what? The Europeans, they always give the Yanks a tough time over handling. This thing, it's a bit lively. I'll admit that, You gotta treat this thing with respect. This is no toy, Just like what Americans would say with a gun. It's not a toy. Treat it with respect. It'll do the same to you. But really, with gun, you just never pull the trigger. You just don't put it away. You leave it be. It's not worth it. Anyways, back to the car. People say, this thing, beats the Ferrari F430 in a straight line, no problem. Even beats it in slaloms. I'm pretty much convinced, it's just a solid car built inside and out, really light, fun to maneuver. Yes, it can be a bit tricky and testy. You need to, treat it with respect. But, it's just one of those things, American icon, you cannot go wrong. I mentioned Whoppers before in our previous episodes, and how delicious they are and how American they are. This Corvette is right up there with them. Absolutely, 100%. And it's dirt cheap too. I mean, this is speed on a budget. In a really low budget. I mean, this thing, 60 grand, 65 grand, you put a little more, you get a CD player, you can't go wrong. This is it. It looks iconic, got the classic, 4 backlights there, the backup lights right near the license plate. They got rid of the pop-up headlights, thank God, for this generation. They're just put in there right now. No need to worry about those motors braking to lift those headlights up so you won't get a traffic ticket by the cops. But yeah, styling's great. Major upgrade from the last generation Corvette. It was criticized for being, it looked like you're driving a Cavalier on steroids. That's pretty much, the feeling you got, because the interior was crap. They've upgraded it. They got rid of the plastic. Well, they didn't get rid of all the plastic. They still got some plastic in there. It's light. It's light material. That's what they say. You don't need leather or carbon fiber. That stuff costs money. And you know what? If you want speed on a budget, this is it. Big V8, big engine, big power, big America, haul ass. This is your car. Once again, the corners and the straights, I mean, this thing's a blast. You just lay on the pedal, back wiggles a little bit. It's exciting. What don't you want to do with that, Hugs the corners really well. Brakes are great. The steering, it's pretty solid. It's just something you can keep on pushing. It's something you can push, Compared to other cars in its class, to be honest, me being a Corvette lover, I'm going to be completely biased. There is no other car in the class. It's in its own Corvette class. You cannot beat it. It's its own beast. But if I was to clump it in with anything, perhaps in the same budget, since I was talking about European prissies, the BMW M3 might maybe take away some marketplace in this area of this kind of car. So, here we are, as promised, the Corvette versus Italy's F430. Similar, if not superior, performance in the Corvette, but at a fraction of the price, with this car being around $65,000 as compared to the Ferrari's $190,000 price tag. As mentioned, I do believe this car will beat this Ferrari in the straight. I did also mention the slalom. I may want to eat my words with that one. But here we are in the straightaway nonetheless, ready to give it its all. And we'll do this here in 3, 2, 1, go! Corvette, a little behind now, but I'm catching on. Ferrari, big, large fourth gear, big V8, and he's smoking. Here we are in the BMW M3 from '07. Fast, nimble little car, to say the least. Very tight. I can't emphasize the tightness that this car has. Chassis, engine, steering, seat belt. It's all very tight, especially now, going around this first bend here. It's warming up the tires. Smooth acceleration, as you'd always expect from the M division at BMW. Let me just give you some facts here. Hot, thumping V8, roughly around 420 horsepower, varies a little bit from model to model. As you can tell here, 62 miles an hour in just 4.8 seconds. That's approaching dangerously quick territory. Quarter mile, roughly 12.4 seconds. You know, it's good, not Corvette good, but you know, it's good, it's not bad. You know, it's going to do better than your Ford Pinto, but you know, that's not saying much. It does have a decent top speed though, 155. We may reach that speed on this track. I doubt it, because it's only 420 horsepower, but you know, you never know. You might get a nice tailwind. You know, so you know, on the straights, it's stable. Like I said, it's tight, predictable. You know, it's very German. You know, the Corvette, little tail happy every once in a while, especially exiting out of corners. Gotta treat it with respect. This car, not so much. You just slap it around, it'll take it. It'll actually make you feel better afterwards. You know, after a while, that could get boring. I don't know about you. For me, it get boring. I don't know. But I don't know. Here we are. Here's a great example. Slam on the brakes. I overdo it. Wide angle. But it doesn't slam me into the wall. If I was in a Corvette, it would totally do that. Easy to drive. You know, as I said, make the corner, goes the direction it wants you to go, and you know, that's as easy as that. Relatively enjoyable. The comfort's great, leather, everything. That's probably why it makes this car so slow. Not enough plastic, like the Corvette. I want some more plastic in this car. Too much wood, too much fine grain leather material. It doesn't feel American. It feels European. I don't, you know, something about it. I don't know. It made me just lose focus there.
and not make that corner pivot because the seats are so comfortable. It makes me want to think, you know, what symphony I'm going to listen to next. You know, Mozart or Beethoven. I don't know. See, there we are again. You know, I'm stuck thinking about music, German music, when I should be really focused on the road, hauling ass, American style, in this German little car. Compare the Corvette. You know, you can't even compare it to the Corvette. Like the Corvette. It's in its own class. Yeah, yes, it's the same price. Yes, it'll go sort of fast. Yes, it'll go in that direction you want it to. Oh, not so much anymore. Ah, Jesus. At least it's insured.